Okay, over to you.
Okay, so welcome everyone. I'm talking about Girls Can or Everyone Can. It's a project that I'm really, really interested in, and it's something that I'm trying to, address it with everyone and make sure, we can all have something to think about. So first of all, I know this is a session about me talking, but I like the interactiveness. So if you guys want to talk, ask questions, please do. My question to you at the moment is, who are these three guys? You all know them, right? Okay. So Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos. Okay. You give these names or these pictures to anyone, they will be known. But then, does anyone, like a teenager in secondary school, know who this person is? I mean, or maybe further on, Grace Hopper, who was the first computer programmer to work on the Harvard Mark I program. She was a United States Navy Rear Admiral, and she developed COBOL. She invented the first compiler, a program that translates programming code to machine language. What about this woman? This is Ada Lovelace, the world's first computer programmer. Not much is said about her, but she did write the world's first machine algorithm, and she wrote it on paper, which she worked alongside with Charles Babbage, and he was recognized for the algorithm, but not her. And then one of the recent ones is Annie Easley, the American mathematician and computer scientist, first African American woman to work at NASA, has a computer, and a rocket scientist. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of research, and what I found is before university, you can see the difference between males and females studying a STEM subject. And as we move along our career path, that decreases even further. Only 3% of females left university with a tech career as their first choice. This was a research that I took from PwC. They did the research, so I took the information from there. Why are girls unlikely to pick STEM subjects? Why are women underpaid? These are the questions that we are not addressing. Why do we have so few STEM leaders in big companies as female role models? These statistics, and there are probably many more that give us the same story. I was with Nordic Women in Tech earlier this week, and what they were also addressing was there is not enough female role models in the big world out there that can what's the word, to become role models for girls, for the girls to look up to and say, yes, science is good, technology is good, becoming an engineer is good. Maths isn't hard, it's for everyone. We need that. What I also did is I looked at a timeline. When we look at primary school, we look at the influences in schools or at home are, we don't have these gender stereotypes. Or we what we see is there is no gender bias. Boys want to play with dolls, they can. Girls want to play with Lego, they can. Um, there's a mixture of things happening out there. And then as we move along the line, we can see that all of a sudden now that the girls want to learn more. They are engaged. There are more female teachers in primary school, and the girls look up to that. And oh, my teacher can, I don't know, do a presentation. I can do a presentation. My teacher's playing with robots. I can play with robots. Again, there is no gender bias at that level. It's all open. But then as we move on to secondary schools, the power shifts now. It now goes to say, well, okay, you're in years 10, 11, and 12. We bring the careers counselors in. And now, what do you want to do? I haven't been in the UK for 10 years, but I know when I had a careers counsellor, it was completely wrong for me to look at a STEM subject. I mean, they were not my strengths at that time. Computers didn't really exist at that time. We are going back like 30 years ago as well. They were telling me to do something like business or marketing, but that wasn't me. I have no idea how to run a business. Again, how much of an influence are these career counselors? The school pedagogy. What are we trying to, trying to share with everyone in the classroom? Careers should be open to everyone. Finally, then, when you move out of school, okay, you probably, or the girls have probably chosen a tech or an engineering or a science degree. But then what comes is the influence of employers. There's things like sexism, harassment, or discrimination. Again, I was talking to a software engineer who was working with 50 males. No one, even though she was doing the same job as no one made an inclusion in that, taking her as an equal. The males actually ignored her completely and spoke down to her. She was more educated to them. So there's a lot of bias out there. And then what do the girls do? Appetite loses, they get stressed, or, then they're happy to stay at home or have a career change. Then there's on about things like family. There is still that stigma that women get pregnant and have to stay home to take care of the family. If the child is sick, it's a mother who has to stay at home. So there's a lot of lack of confidence in this. So what we want to do is, is open this up to say, I don't know, it's open to everyone. It shouldn't be just mothers staying at home. It could be fathers. I don't know. It's something we need to think about because it's still happening. So a question I want you to think about and take away with you is, say, how can I bring diversity to our department or our school? What should you be doing, or think about what you could be doing? Is raise awareness, bring in TED Talks, social media, spreading the word. There is so much information out there. Holding, engaging with women or other women, that could be potential role models, whether it's a STEM career or not, but actually believing in what you're doing and overcoming the obstacles. Holding keynotes and seminars. Again, powerful information that comes through these. Listen to podcasts, weekly podcasts. I've actually started my second podcast with a very good friend of mine who's in Singapore, and which we both have overcome our obstacles, and we want to share our experience to the next generation and say, you can do it. Just have a dream or have a goal and reach for it. So, hopefully that will be coming across. So, thinking about ideas, role models, talk a lot about this. Sometimes these role models can be in school. It could be your co-worker. It could be, I don't know, the dinner lady. It can be the principal. It can be anyone. But for someone who has worked so hard to achieve something and are happy where they are role models. Believe in what you can do and you can do it. Change the curriculum to make it engaging. What would make girls go, wow? I did a project as well where we did programming, but the girls like fashion. So we made a dress that programmed in different colors depending on the mood. I mean, we weren't successful, but we started the process, and that made them think and made them, had that like light bulb moment. Bring the enthusiasm in the class, like stop showing Elon Musk and bringing Ada Lovelace in. There are so many different things, and I was looking at an AR app today, which is about science, and it's all about women in science. And it's AR, and it's a fantastic app, and I can share that with you later. Don't disregard the learner or give negative feedback, because we know that nobody is perfect, and we're always on the road to learn, and we are learning. Make everything autonomous. Make it so it's easy to use for everyone. Now, this slide is actually because when I did this a couple of years ago when COVID came, and I found this woman who was, Chancellor of Germany, was one of the rocks, I think, for COVID and bringing everything down. And we've got Nicola Sturgeon. Again, the way she controlled Scotland with the COVID process. Jacinda Ardern. I mean, the decisions she made for her lockdown, for her country, again, the powerful words she used, and when she addresses and talks to her country, she engages everyone. This is Katrín Jakobsdóttir of Iceland. And then last but not least, we have, I've forgotten her, Camilla Harris. Powerful women who are changing the way we view the world, and making decisions that actually benefit everyone. So last but not least, I want to share that, girls can, or everyone can, and you can. We can all do it together and change everything. And we can do it as a team. You can find me on my Twitter handles. That's my email and my LinkedIn. And now, if we want, we can open up to, I don't know, how you are all changing things in the classroom.
Sandy, it's really interesting to hear, and interesting to hear about those changes going through as well. And certainly, I don't know how it's like for the rest of the world, but we're certainly seeing some of that shift in the UK.
Yeah, made a girls group win a hackathon competition last year. So, I mean, that was really exciting. Oh, Rashmi, you have a question?
Hello, Sandy. I'm so glad to hear your views, and the ideas which you have shared are really, really very good.
Thank you.
And I'm happy to share that in India, especially, we give equal opportunities to girls. And nowadays, you see that they are doing wonderful work, especially in using technology. So I stay in Delhi and I see that the girls, they have started participating in various competitions which are talking about, STEM subjects, STEAM, and then they are coming up with lots of innovative ideas. And one more thing which I wanted to learn from you is, can we connect students who are like ambassadors or leaders, and they are ready to exchange their good ideas of teachers who are taking something innovative in their classrooms? So if you can connect some of the students from your country, and here I'm ready to collaborate, and we can do something in this area.
Oh, that's fantastic. I think the other mindset we need to give to the girls is, because it's a hard world after education. And I think, as us, when I look at our PLN, we've got many, many females in our network. But it's also giving them the confidence to like go to university and carry on with your dream, and you can do it, and then pass that information on. I would love to connect. You've got my email address, and we can work together, definitely. And I'm happy to do things as a group as well.
Thank you, Sandy. I followed you on Twitter and shared a screenshot as well.
Thank you.